Very well here. And we have a reasonably short agenda, so it shouldn't take too long, but important nonetheless. There's going to be lots of jazz played at this meeting. That was a jazz. You've heard that before. Okay, so to be serious about this here, approval of the agenda, please.
So moved.
Okay, second, Councillor Dybel, Councillor Smith. All those in favor? Contrary? Motion carries. Adoption of the minutes, I understand they were quite accurate, but with one minor correction. Councillor Stewart, you had a comment there under your report?
It's minor. Just under my report, instead of Hope Elementary School, it was Hope Secondary School. Yeah, sorry.
That's okay. My apologies.
I think that's probably the first correction ever. So
I think
just
so.
to prove your humor.
I was feeling
You're
guilty
being
about
too
even
kind.
saying
It's not the
anything.
first correction.
First one in recent memory anyway, so. We're just doing this to make sure that, you see if we read this
On your
right.
toes, that's
Yeah.
right.
Okay, motion to adopt. Okay, Councillor Stewart, second, Councillor Medlock, thank you. All those in favor? Contrary, motion carries. No delegation, no staff reports, no committee reports. Mayor's report, keep that reasonably short. I had a good meeting. This is the second of the few with Mr. Fortolowski and Fraser Health Authority today. And the Fraser Health Authority, as everyone knows, is very keen on consulting with on that $500,000 fund, which they have allocated to Open Region to deal with certain health statistics. And I've been impressed with how wide-reaching the consultation will be. There'll be a number of meetings. I would say the most noteworthy will be April the 14th, is it? Let's check it on it's April the 14th, I believe. That will be at the golf course. That will be, I believe, open to the public at large. And that will be an opportunity for everyone to partake in the discussion if they so desire. Yeah, okay, we have it right in here. Fraser Health Community Consultation Meeting at 6 p.m. at the golf course on the 14th. So that'll be good. Okay, well, we got it. And that's about it. I just encourage anyone that is interested in going to the meeting to attend. And the only silly questions or silly items of feedback are the ones you don't verbalize. So, and certainly don't feel that someone else will bring up your point, because that may not be the case. Make sure you include that. That is about it for me. Reasonably busy week, but Mr. Smith.
Yeah. All I have to, I think I reported this last time, and I want to make sure. West Coast Amusements is now going to become the Brigade Days. We have a meeting coming up next week, next Tuesday, at 7 p.m. at the Rec Center. We're hoping to announce, for Brigade Days, we're hoping to announce our entertainment within the next, hopefully either by the end of this week or by next meeting, for who we're going to have for music entertainers. So other than that, that's moving along good. And nothing else to report.
Sounds good. Councillor Dybel.
Just a couple of things. Just want to remind the public around the public education series around mental health and addictions, April 5th, 12th, 19th, and 26th. It's co-hosted by Open Dairy Transition Society and Fraser Health. So if you're wanting information around addictions and mental health and how it impacts the community, I think that's a good forum to attend. It is at 6:30 at the golf course. You do need to register just so that we have an understanding of how many folks are coming, and you can register through our agency, Open Dairy Transition Society. Went on the Station House tour, had a tour of the facility as to where we're at to date. Things are coming along. Appears to be a work in progress. Yes. budget meetings, of course, and then, of course, the Advantage Hope AGM. And I just want to give out kudos to Advantage Hope. I think that right now, nowadays, you can't get 98 cents a return on your dollar. So I think that's what the Ratepayers of Hope is getting on their investment with Advantage Hope. And there's certainly some stuff that's coming back to be invested in Hope, and I think that they did a fabulous job of showcasing what they're doing in the community and what their vision is for economic development. And that I really loved the fact that Marcia Walden had indicated that the elephant in the room, as Kent McKinnon had said, that we're looking for the elephant to come to town as economic development, and the elephant in the room actually is tourism. And we're here at the crossroads of tourism, so I think that that's important for us to recognize that tourism is one of the biggest industries in the province, and we shouldn't be saying that it's not economic development, because it is. So I congratulate Advantage Hope on a great night, great turnout of public, and good hard work. So that's it.
Sounds good. Councillor Stewart.
Okay, so I went to a Golden Agers meeting, which I dearly love. They've got some really good things coming up on the April 9th. They have a cakewalk and a to-do at the Golden Agers, and it should be a lot of fun. I also attended an economic development workshop held at the Rec Center, and we had a full day talking about economic development in the community, and I really enjoyed my table. It was great, and we came up with some good ideas, and it was a great day. I also attended the budget meetings, asked a series of questions to our CAO this morning, and wow, thank you so much for responding so quickly and so thoroughly. Thank you very much. Also attended the Advantage Hope AGM and the Station House walkthrough on the 22nd. Oh, and I won't be able to attend the April 14th at the golf course. I will be at the BCSTA AGM in Vancouver that day for school trustees, so I won't get
No problem. Can't attend everything. That's totally fine. Thank you. Councillor Medlock.
Yeah, much of the same, we're all at the same events there, but the economic development workshop was good. It was originally, the title of the seminar was Building Blocks to Economic Development. And since Hope is already in the middle of an economic development plan, and in fact an update to that plan, it was a good information session that I think more than anything proved to us that we're on the right track, that we're doing the right things. And it was held with people from the BC Economic Development Association, along with the ministry. So it was a good session. It was an all-day thing, and we did some brainstorming, and you know, we get a report back from it, so we'll share that, I'm sure, once it's out. So that was good. The Station House tour was also, I'm glad I went. I'm not a builder, I don't know exactly what I'm looking at, but I appreciate all of the input that was given by everybody there. And the contractor was there, and just some ideas floating around, so I've been thinking about that a lot. Every time I drive by it, I take a look and think, how can we do this, what can we do? And then the budget meetings, of course. And the big thing was the AGM for Advantage Hope. Councillor Dybel already hit the nail on the head there with the 98 cent return for investment, which was, you know, the message there was that taxpayers are getting good value for dollar. There was also a couple of promotional videos that they showed there that really showcased our community. Lots of local business owners, not just Hope within the region, and a couple of the new people in town. And it was good to hear them speak their words, saying that they had good relations with Advantage Hope and that it was part of their decision to come here. What resonated the most for me, I think, was one of the speakers there said that you don't always know what your image is like in the community, but when they go to these trade shows and they talk to other industry partners, they hear a lot of good things about, hey, what are you guys doing out there? Like, or we like what you're doing out there, how are you doing it? Which is, I think, a bit of a polar opposite to where we were maybe 10 years ago. We're hearing a lot more positive things, and I think that's strictly through the efforts of, you know, the District of Hope and Advantage Hope. So that's my report.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, and speaking to the Advantage Hope AGM, I had the pleasure of opening it up, and at that meeting I had the opportunity to thank the volunteers of Advantage Hope. And I think the neat part about the Advantage Hope program is that everyone in that Advantage Hope function, the board of directors, they have a local track record of accomplishments. So expecting good results is not unrealistic because they have a history of doing that in their personal and business lives. So certainly appreciate the good work they did. And that economic development session was, I thought, quite valuable as well. And it was nice to see Dale Wielden, the president of the BC organization, facilitating the meeting. I think he did a very good job. It was quite interesting. And yeah, it was good well went. So that is that. And now on to the easy listening jazz segment of the. Sorry, Jazz. This is good-natured ribbing. This is when you have a name so cool, you just got to use it. So we have 3 items here originating from Mr. Gill. That is under permits and bylaws. We have one is the official community plan amendment bylaw number 1369/2016 and zoning amendment bylaw number 1370/2016. It is a move to change a limited L1 and highway commercial C2 property to highway commercial C2 only, and that's located at 1005 Water Avenue. So the recommendation, I should probably read this out, that the District of Hope official community plan amendment bylaw number 1369/2016 be given a first and second reading in order to redesignate the property legally described as 1005 Water Avenue from limited use to downtown Hope zone, and further that District of Hope zoning amendment bylaw number 1370/2016 be given first and second reading in order to completely rezone the property legally described as 1005 Water Avenue from the split zones of limited L1 and highway commercial C2 to highway commercial C2 in its entirety. Further, that the public be notified in accordance with the District of Hope application procedures and public hearing information meeting procedural bylaw number 1393, the Local Government Act and the Community Charter. And further, that the Council of the District of Hope has considered the duty to consult regarding the official community plan amendment bylaw number 1369/2016 and concurs with the Director of Community Development that consultation be undertaken with the Ministry of Transportation and Infrastructure, the District of Hope Director of Finance, and the District of Hope Director of Operations. And maybe we'll have a motion to that effect, and then we can get Mr. Gill to speak to it. Thank you. Councillor Daigle moving. A seconder, please. Councillor Medlock, thank you.
That's the moving and second, the entire recommendation.
Yeah. Yeah. Recommendation A. Mr. Gill, if you would like to speak to this.
Your Worship, Honorable Council, the lands that we are talking about is a portion of Boulevard right now, currently, that's across from the ambulance station, water and Highway 1. What it is, the BC, or the British Columbia Transportation Financing Authority, is in the process of doing a disposition of the lands. They feel that it's somewhat excess of lands that they have within their, I guess, inventory. And so just recently they went through a road closure, which made that into a fee simple parcel. And this is where the quandary happens, where the lot lines, or the zoning lines layout, it splits up with highway commercial and limited use. However, to rezone the entire property into highway commercial, you need to bring in the downtown land use designation, which is at the fringes there at that point along Water Avenue. So it would be just extending that boundary over to cover this property. And therefore, you can then proceed with the rezoning and things.
So is the road closure, that road going down in the hill?
The road that sort of joins Water and Highway 1 is actually going to stay there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the boulevard portion.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, just to clarify, that's good. Councillor Medlock?
Yeah, question for you then. So the process would be then that the OCP amendment would have to take place first, and then the rezoning, that's what you're saying? So we're reading first, second on both of these now, so it'll still progress that way, that OCP would get third reading, final reading before moving on with the bylaw, or can they be done at the same time, just procedurally,
Your worship, through you, yes, they can be done concurrently.
concurrently? That's the
Yes.
word I was hoping for. Thank you.
Okay, additional comments from council? Okay, motion's on the table, all those in favor? Contrary? Motion carries, thank you. Item 8B, official community plan amendment bylaw number 1371/2016 and zoning amendment bylaw number 1372/2016. It's a proposal to go from limited L1 use to country residential CR1 at 21792 Union Bar Road, owned by the Shaw family. The recommendation is that District of Hope official community plan amendment bylaw number 1371/2016 be given first and second readings in order to redesignate the property named 21792 Union Bar Road for limited use to country residential, so moving from limited use to country residential. Further, that the District of Hope zoning amendment bylaw 1372/2016 be given first and second readings in order to completely rezone the property legally described as 21792 Union Bar Road from limited use L1 to country residential CR1. And further, that the public be notified in accordance with the District of Hope application procedures and public hearing information meeting procedural bylaw number 1393, the Local Government Act and the Community Charter. And further, that the Council of the District of Hope has considered the duty to consult regarding the official community plan amendment bylaw number 1371/2016 and concurs with the Director of Community Development that consultation be undertaken with the Ministry of Transportation and Infrastructure, the District of Hope Director of Finance, and District of Hope Director of Operations. Motion to that effect, please.
Yeah, I'll make a motion.
Okay. Yeah. Councillor Medlock, Councillor Daigle. Maybe we'll get Mr. Gill to speak to this, and then we'll have some questions, I'm sure.
Your worship, through you, the property is currently zone limited use. It doesn't allow for further subdivision. The minimum parcel size, I believe, is 39 acres in the limited use zone. In order to subdivide, you gotta bring the zoning of the property to a smaller, or a zoning that would allow for a smaller subdivision. And in this case, the sort of competent zone would be the country residential zone. And in order to do the rezoning, once again, the OCP has to be amended, and the OCP would have to be amended to country residential use. Now, the limited use that's in the area is somewhat of a, I want to call it a throwback, in the sense that it probably represented the time during the regional district days when that area was being logged. Now the uses have sort of changed. With this rezoning, it would look like we would be downzoning the property, meaning that those extraction of resources could not be done to the parcel itself.
Okay,
No,
questions? No, looks pretty basic. Motion's on the table. All those in favor? Motion carries. Thank you. And then we have another one from Mr. Gill, and that is official community plan amendment bylaw number 1373/2016 and zoning amendment bylaw number 1374/2016. Limited use L1 to institutional P2 at 111 Old Hope Princeton Way. And that is the District of Hope official community plan amendment bylaw number 1373/2016 be given a first and second reading in order to completely redesignate the property at 111 Old Hope Princeton Way from the split land use designations of highway commercial and limited use to highway commercial. And further, that the District of Hope zoning amendment bylaw 1374/2016 be given a first and second reading in order to rezone the property at 111 Old Hope Princeton Way from limited use to institutional. And further, that the public be notified in accordance with the District of Hope application procedures and public hearing information meeting procedural bylaw number 1393. the Local Government Act and the Community Charter, and further that the council, the District of Hope, has considered the duty to consult regarding the official community plan amendment bylaw 1373/2016, and concurs with the Director of Community Development that consultation be undertaken with the Ministry of Transportation and Infrastructure, the District of Hope Director of Finance, and the District of Hope Director of Operations. A motion to that effect, please. Thank you. Councillor Smith, seconder.
Second.
Thank you, Councillor Medlock. Mr. Gill, speaking to 111 Old Oak Prince Line.
Your worship, for you, as this rezoning is, and the OCP amendment is consequential to the fact that that's where the tourist info center is going to be going, and we need a compliant use in place. So far, the community's invested some time and effort into sort of preserving that building that's there, and it'd be prudent to have the appropriate zoning in place for insurance purposes as well. So in order to do this, as you've seen in my report, there is a small area of highway commercial, and it's our intention that we designate the entire property highway commercial. As part of the table of concordance found in the OCP, highway commercial does allow for rezoning into the institutional use, the P2 zone, which would allow for the tourist info center.
Okay, sounds very good. All those in favor? Contrary? Motion carries. Thank you. Correspondence receipt. To that effect? Yeah. Thank you. Councillor Medlock, Councillor Stewart. All those in favor? Thank you. Public question period. Friendly questions, unfriendly questions, indifferent questions?
Coffee with the council next week.
Yep. Next meeting, coffee with council, with search and rescue efforts. That would be nice. That would be good. I think that is the shortest meeting so far. Look, that makes up for my regional district meeting the other night, which finished at 12:35 in the morning. Yeah, oh yeah, that was great. Yeah, they had public input sessions on gravel extraction in the regional district. It was wow. Yeah, it was definitely not a walk-on scenario. Gravel pit joke. Okay. Okay. So we have a motion to adjourn here. Okay. Yeah. Anyone opposing that? Okay. Thank you very much.